Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Yeah, I know I said subscriber. It's late. Listen, guys, we're going to jump right into this. See this lady right here? This is not Sinead O'Connor. May she rest in peace. This woman right here is a 40-year-old mother of four named Lindsay Powell of Vernon, Connecticut. I'm trying to remember all this now. Ladies and gentlemen, this lady needed to be shown the flowers immediately for the cruelty that she had shown to her own children. Oldest was 11 years old. Youngest was 3. The other two were in somewhere in between that. I think one was 8 and one was 4. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, this woman left Vernon, Connecticut, just headed towards New York. She left her children, abandoned her children because she was fed up and disheveled, not disheveled, just depressed as a parent. She had enough. She had to escape. Not only did she abandon her children, guys, the manner in which she did it and the conditions they were left in is horrible. Take a look at this story, man. I came across this by accident. And it ain't even got big yet, but you'll hear about it. Take a look.
They're under arrest, accused of leaving 4 children alone and living in filth in Vernon.
Police found that mom hours away in New York, and Channel 3 New London Bureau Chief Luke Hydash got the arrest warrant today.
And tonight he is live in Vernon right now with more on the unsettling account of children eating moldy food in a home naked and alone. Luke?
Aaron and Mark, it's very sad. Police said the youngest child in that apartment was just 3 years old and the oldest was 11. Police say they had no idea where their mother was. Turns out she was hours away in New York, and it took days for her to be arrested and brought back here to Connecticut. Police say 40-year-old Lindsay Powell is the mother of 4 who left her young children in disgusting conditions. Police say on November 8th, a neighbor's friend called police to report kids alone at an apartment on Terrace Drive. When an officer arrived, he said it was difficult to stand in the doorway because of the stench originating from inside the apartment, and it was burning his nostrils. But the warrant says the children seemed used to it.
It's pretty quiet. I don't see the police here a lot.
The warrant says officers found 3 of the kids naked, that officers found human and cat feces on the ground, and what food there was moldy or crusty, with only expired milk and juice to drink. Police say the 11-year-old had no shoes. They think Powell stole them so the child wouldn't be able to go to school and have to stay home and watch her siblings.
It breaks my heart.
While at the apartment, officers did get a hold of Powell on the phone, who said she left that morning depressed and overwhelmed with caring for her children. DCF did respond.
Definitely jail time. That's terrible. The crimes against kids are, I think, in my eyes, the worst.
Powell was found days later in Poughkeepsie, New York, after making other stops in New York State hours away from Vernon. Police believe she had no intention of returning to care for her kids.
They should have somebody ready to take care of the kids.
Punishment, of course, jail time. And the kids need to be put in a safe environment, of course.
Police are familiar with Powell. She's been arrested before, including a separate risk of injury to a child charge. This time around, she has not posted her bond. It's set at $250,000. If she does put up the money, she's been ordered not to have any contact with her children. Live in Vernon, Luke Hydash, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Guys, I found the article. Here's the article out for her. And it reads as follows. Check this out. It says a woman in Connecticut is accused of leaving her 4 kids alone for days while she took a trip to New York, according to authorities. Vernon police were called to conduct a welfare check at a Terrace Drive home on November 8th. When officers arrived, they found all 4 children, ages 11, 6, 4, and 5, left alone in the apartment. Police described the living conditions of the home as deplorable. The 3 youngest children were naked, and the oldest didn't have any shoes. The 2-bedroom apartment was covered in dirt and trash. There weren't any beds in the bedrooms, and the children were sleeping on a pull-out sofa next to a dirty guinea pig cage, according to what police say. Authorities said the children had no clean space to wash themselves or brush their teeth. The kitchen was also filled with old food, toys, dirt, clothes, and trash. The fridge was empty except for expired milk and a bottle of juice. Police also observed human and cat feces on the floor and had to direct the children not to step in it multiple times in the house while police were in the home. They say the children were eating moldy food off the ground. Jesus Christ. A joint investigation with the State Department of Children and Family Services was launched. They found that the mother, 40-year-old Lindsay Powell, had left her children alone and traveled to New York. DCF workers arrived at the home and, after completing their investigation, removed the children from the apartment. She told police that she felt overwhelmed by the responsibility of caring for her children and she had left to escape the stress. Powell had eventually told officers that the 3 youngest children have autism. Authorities believe she had no intention of returning to care for her kids. It breaks my heart after Shannon Madaraki, who was visiting a friend in Vernon. Definitely jail time. It's terrible. Crimes against children in my eyes are some of the worst, added Gabriel Rivera, who was also visiting a friend from Vernon. Powell has been charged with 4 counts of risk of injury to a child. Powell was arraigned in Vernon and held in lieu of a $250,000 surety bond. See that? I don't give a damn what you say. She need to go. For real. Oh, I was overwhelmed of being a mom of 4 kids, but you had 4 kids. And then it said 3 of them was autistic. The 3 youngest ones, the ones that was running around naked, said they was walking in human shit and cat shit all over the place. Dirty guinea pig next to a sofa that 4 people slept on, one of them 11 years old. Think about that. No food in the house. Everything was moldy and crusty. They treated these children like they was Neanderthals. Said they was unfazed by the smell. The police said that it was burning their eyes, y'all. And I'm going to tell you something. I can experience that. Soon as I heard this story and listened to it, throw up came in the back of my mouth. Because my great-great-grandmother, like y'all hear me talking about in my story time, my grandmother that raised me, Bunny, and my grandfather, John Wash, Bunny's mom, shout out to my great-grandma, I ain't gonna say her name. She had 100 dogs in her house, Pekingese. They never went outside. She was in her late 90s when she died. And for years, we never went down to the house because it stank so bad. Certain times of the year, guys, the house would smell so bad, you could smell it from the street. I remember when she died and they had people come in there, the people that cleaned the house, right? They pulled out 30 bags of dog poop, garden trash bags, filled up in the back. They had to go get it. The city had to bring a dump truck to get it because the trash people couldn't lift it up. She was old. A lot of people be hoarders. A lot of people have stuff. A lot of people can't take care of themselves. But this lady's 40 years old, y'all. And them babies didn't ask to be here. These your kids. You could have gave them up for adoption. Trust me, having an autistic child is no easy task. Hell, having any child is no easy task. But there are programs and everything out there that could have been afforded to you. As a woman, you could have took advantage of that, but you didn't. I had enough of this shit. I'm leaving. 11-year-old girl there, you left and kept her shoes so she couldn't go to school. You had no intention of coming back for them kids and you didn't care nothing about them. Didn't care nothing about them. And another thing, what kind of man got an autistic kid and don't see up on it and know that she's already overwhelmed with all them kids? At least check up on your own damn kid. Man, this is craziness, man. And she left the poster child of neglect and poor motherhood. She's left to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of using all the resources that could have been afforded for her. It's Connecticut. Supposedly they got good stuff for child care and all kind of shit out there. I heard. I'm leaving. They said they was unfazed by burning urine, like the smell of hot piss. Jesus Christ. The cops was like, we had to tell them multiple times, don't step in the poop. Man, come on, man. That means they was used to that. Could you imagine stepping on cat shit and fucking human shit barefoot? Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm about to throw up. Either way, damn. they in the position that they can't help, and they'll accept everything that's given to them that they have no choice of. That's fucked up for you to jump up and go road tripping from a dirty ass house. I know your damn clothes was stinking, and you going and doing a world tour from Vernon, Connecticut to Poughkeepsie, New York, stinking like a motherfucker. Come on, man. Where's your head at? You left them with no food, no way to fucking care for themselves. Hell, no clothes. I understand, guys, that you can be overwhelmed as a parent. I understand that. And don't get me wrong, but she went about this the wrong way. She could have gave them kids up for adoption, and they probably would have been happy to go. But she didn't. She was going to let those kids stay in that house and wind up dying and stinking like the house. For that, she gets no leniency from me. No matter what she was going through, you knew better. Strangers had to come to the house. And it's shout out to that neighbor that said something. Because there are a lot of people that wouldn't have said nothing. She saw something, she said something. Or he said something, whoever it was. Shout out to you. Strangers had to come from different organizations and track your ass down and ask you where you're at because your kids are starving at home, naked, and in a fucking funk box. I wonder where she was going. Probably some dude she probably met on a date night. As soon as you hugged me, to sent your dumb ass back to Vernon. How dare you come here smelling like a moldy rug. Get the fuck out of here. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. This woman had 4 kids. I'm going to be sympathetic just this once. It's hard to deal with a lot of kids without no break. I don't know what her background was, but she went about this the wrong way. You can get overwhelmed, Miss Powell, but the way you did it was fucked up. So fuck off. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.